Tonight's Showdown Game of the Week on My 32, brought to you by Bellin Health. Welcome to your healthiest life. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, Irish spirit. Lamers, the passenger professionals. Simon's Specialty Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese, Little Chute. McMahon's of Luxemburg. Cobus Buses, family pride in every ride. And Gandrud Chevrolet, Wisconsin's #1 selling Chevrolet dealership.
Luxemburg, Wisconsin, it's time for high school football. Tonight, the Sports Showdown Game of the Week features the undefeated Luxemburg-Casco Spartans against the Little Chute Mustangs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. Alongside John Mino.
Hello, Teddy.
I'm Ted Stefaniak. Believe it or not, Week 5, midway point of the season. Very competitive conference here in the Northeastern Conference. But you know what? Throughout all the records and everything, we're playing for hardware tonight.
We certainly are. Tell them a little bit about the LC tradition. Not a long-standing tradition. What, 7th year right now? Is that correct? And it's 3-3. So the big rubber match, as they say.
This is the big rubber match. The winner will take this home tonight, or keep it home. So
very nice.
The LC trophy is on the line.
Luxemburg-Casco and Little Chute. Very nice.
Yeah. Two very good teams so far. Luxemburg-Casco, of course, undefeated. They're ranked number 5 in the state this year.
They were 4 and then 1 and dropped a spot.
How can you be undefeated and drop in the rankings? But they did drop from number 4 to number 5, but not because they lost the game. They're 4-0 on the season. Very good team.
Yeah, and Little Chute, they've got the 1 loss, but they also had a game canceled against Wapaka. That night we had all the problems with the lightning. They're not sure if they're going to make it up. They couldn't get refs to play it on that Saturday. If it's an important game in regards to the playoffs, they will make up that game. Always a physically tough team, Little Chute. We've always seen that. Luxemburg-Casco, on the other hand, they can light it up. They've got one of the leading rushers in the state of Wisconsin. 4 games, 15 touchdowns. That's incredible.
Yeah.
The quarterback's completing like 69% of his passes. That's quite the firepower they've got there at Luxemburg-Casco.
Very much, and also members of our youth football program that were carrying our American flag. Thank you, young men. There will be a youth football game at halftime of this evening's game. We will let the color guard exit the field, then we will introduce tonight's starting Cameron Huziak. At guard,
back at Luxemburg-Casco High School, where we're getting ready for Week 5 of the high school football season. The Spartans taking on Little Chute tonight. And getting a little bit of a later start here tonight, John. A lot of ceremony involved in this game tonight, and rightfully so.
You know, it's funny, Ted. It seems like about each of the last 4 times we've done a Luxemburg-Casco game, it's been Veterans Night, which is very cool because they really make sure once a season they really honor our local veterans and Gold Star families as they did tonight. So that was a very special occasion of it. Pushers kick out back 5 minutes. It was well worth it.
Definitely worth it. So we're going to get to action here. And
beautiful night for football.
Minutes. My goodness. You know, Luxemburg-Casco 4-0 on the season, as we mentioned. They have been just rolling. Nice win over Wrightstown last week, and that was a big win for them because Wrightstown was one of the only team to beat them last year.
Yeah, absolutely, and Wrightstown's always tough. I don't remember Wrightstown having a bad year in about the last 20 years. They also knocked off Winneconne 49-0, Seymour 43-0, Xavier 42-14. So they've scored 40 or more points in each of their games so far this season. And we're talking about that quarterback. He is just outstanding. Look at that. Last week, 11 of 17, 165 yards. But he's just having a monster season so far. I mean, he's thrown for 600 yards. He's thrown for 510 yards, 69% completion rate, 6 touchdowns, just 1 interception. But their real workhorse, Isaac Vandenberg, 6'1", a 190-pound senior running back, 648 yards rushing, averaging over 7 yards a carry, and 15 touchdowns already this season, which didn't you say is number 1 in the state?
That is number 1 in the state, according to WizSports.net, the statewide ranking. So for rushing touchdowns, there's nobody better than Vandenberg right now. So you can expect another big night from him, or at least trying to put some more touchdowns on the board to keep that number 1 ranking in the state. Meanwhile, Little Chute, we talked about it a little bit, the fact that they did not play week 2, trying to make that game up somehow if they're able to, but Little Chute with a nice victory over Denmark. Now this Denmark team has been very good this year, but Little Chute really needing a win there, improved to 3-1 on the season.
Their only loss was to Freedom, 14-0. They beat New London 38-6 in the first game of the season, and their game against Wapaka was canceled because of lightning. Now, I know we mentioned that a little bit in our pregame on the field, but they still hope to possibly make it up if it has an effect in the playoffs for both teams. But they just couldn't get officials on Saturday, and they didn't want to play on Monday because then you'd have a game on Monday and on Friday, and you can't really do that in the regular season.
So Little Chute is 2-1 on the season. And we'll see if they're able to make that one up. Again, just like you said, though, where do you make up a game like that?
That's hard.
It in?
I know, it really is, and especially with the playoffs looming, with those short weeks at the end of the season, that's going to be tough.
And it's such a competitive conference. I mean, these guys.
Well, it's a new conference. People don't realize this is a brand new conference over the last couple of years. It has 2 teams from the UP in it. Kingsford, which is a traditional power in the UP, and Menominee, which is the traditional power in the UP, are both in that conference, which is really unusual.
So Little Chute is wearing their white uniforms, blue pants. They will be kicking off. And that'll be Gila Bedoya kicking off, and we are underway in Luxembourg tonight. Fielded at the 10-yard line and across the 30-yard line, still on his feet to the 40, looking for the 50. Into Little Chute territory, pushed out at the 35-yard line. What a return.
Ryan Ruthio.
Luxemburg-Casco.
Ryan Ruthio, you'll hear the Ruthio name a lot. There's 2 of them on the team, but Ryan Ruthio, 6 foot, 160-pound junior, really found a seam that time coming up the left side. Took advantage of it. Great field position.
There you see the standings here. Luxembourg-Casco.
I'm sorry, I said Menominee. I meant Marinette.
Marinette.
Yes.
Luxembourg-Casco 4-0, also Freedom 4-0. So, it's really shaping up to be
And like I said, that Kingsford team comes in and plays these teams.
Yeah. Pretty good. So, it is Luxembourg-Casco starting in Little Chute territory, and the give right away from the man we're going to see a lot tonight, Isaac Vandenberg, his first carry of the game, his 90th carry of the season.
Yeah, he's the workhorse, as we mentioned, having a tremendous season. Little Chute, like I said, always just a tough physical team, and the interior of that defense really just shut that hole down after about a yard on their first play from scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Near the 30. And brought down near the 25-yard line. Keeper that time.
Close to the first down. He's not afraid to run. Doesn't have large numbers in running the football, but a good-sized player. 6'1", 190. He's a senior, veteran player, big and strong.
Owen DePreez.
So 3rd and 2.
500 yards passing, though. So, he'll
incredible.
keep you honest with that arm. And Vandenberg, again, looking for the 10 before he's pushed out. And right now, the Spartans just eating up big chunks of yardage.
Yeah, nice job that time by the offensive line for Luxembourg-Casco. They gave him the scene. He doesn't need a much more after that. Big player, big running back for a high school football player in this area, 6'1", 190. Nothing fancy, just out of the shotgun once again. Got a good seal block from the tight end. Good downfield blocking right there as well from his other wide receiver.
So it looks like they're at about the 10-yard line. So it's going to be first and goal from the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. Vandenberg will try the right side. Gets by one tackler. Cuts back the other way. And he is in for the touchdown. What a run. Isaac Vandenberg.
The Little Chute defensive back, Logan Janssen, had him wrapped up momentarily. Just couldn't hang on to those strong legs. And Vandenberg with touchdown number 16 on the season. Good cut, good strength, takes it in. Yeah, I heard that this Luxemburg-Casco team was going to be good this year, Ted. Ran into somebody late in the summer, and they said, hey, you guys got to check out the Spartans this year. We got a bunch of kids coming back, and they're all grown up now as seniors.
John Larson with the extra point, and it is 7-0 Luxemburg-Casco. We'll step away. You're watching Showdown on My 32. So back at Luxemburg-Casco High School, and Spartans didn't need much time to get on the board here. 7-0.
Well, it was all,
Little Chute.
it was all set up with Ryan Ruthio with a great kickoff return, put him in ideal field position. And no passes. Again, one of the great quarterbacks in Northeast Wisconsin right now. Didn't have to put the ball in the air because that running attack just worked flawlessly for the Spartans from Luxemburg-Casco.
So now the Spartans to kick off.
We've seen some good quarterbacks from Luxemburg-Casco over the years, haven't we, Ted?
Absolutely. Garrett Eisen a couple years ago, playing college ball now. The flag comes in on this return as the return man is brought down about the 18-yard line.
Carter Krukeberg with the return. Krukeberg took it out to about the 20.
Wait for the official call here. Same crew we had last
yes,
week
it
for
is.
Sports Showdown, so we're traveling with our own officials.
Right,
days.
exactly.
Jeff Totsky makes the call.
The block in the back. Number 8 of the return team, half the distance to the goal. First down.
Was it a compliment or an insult what the head official said to me, Ted, when he said games can be delayed like 5 minutes to give the players more time to warm up? And I said, I don't know if we can fill 5 minutes. He says, come on, Mino, why don't you just start talking and just go?
Definitely a compliment.
You think so?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. You never tell with those guys in the white hat.
See the starters here for Little Chute on the offense. Cade Van Asten in his third year at quarterback. The offensive line led by Sammy Zamudio. First team all-conference player a year ago. Hunter Thiel is their leading receiver.
Jacob Melendez with the carry that time. Nice gain of about 8. Another look at it right there. Gets a nice block, nice hole. Couldn't quite break the tackle. So 2nd and 2.
Handoff straight up the middle and some room to run here.
Melendez again. 5'8", 165-pounder. Came into the ball game with a little over 200 yards rushing so far in the season.
Yeah, three touchdowns on the season.
Yep.
Super baseball player as well. He's been playing college ball at UW-Platteville.
The Pioneers.
Pioneers.
So a couple of good running plays to get their first down of the ball game.
It's time to
One
put
more. Nope. New running back.
Jolton in the backfield, and he tries that left side. Not much happening there.
Drew Jolton, a two-way player. Also the leading tackler or co-leading tackler on the team. 5'9", 175. He's a junior. So a loss of one.
Yeah,
Quarterback is Cade Van Asten. He's 29 of 60 for the season, 275 yards, 5 touchdown passes. Big kid, 6'4", 180 pounds. He's a senior.
So a 2nd and 11 now for the Mustangs. Van Asten under center. Fakes the handoff to Jolton this time, looking deep down the field. Over the middle and overshoots the intended receiver just out of the outstretched arms.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there was a lock in Derricks. There was just great coverage. One of them was that Ryan Ruthio, who we mentioned we'll talk a lot about tonight. He was actually further downfield than the receiver was. You had the safety, you had the corner, you had them both back there. So great coverage on the part of Luxemburg-Casco secondary.
Taking a look at that Luxemburg defense, I mean, they've just been outstanding. 2 shutouts in 4 games so far this season. Rothio, Dahlke, Ronsman, Larson, and even Vandenberg goes back there every once in a while as the defensive backs.
Play action once again.
3rd and 11.
Good coverage, yep. There was nothing open, Ted. It was all maroon jerseys downfield. Nobody was open. He had time, did a nice job with the rollout, a little bit of a bootleg, scanned the entire field, had 3 receivers down there, and about 5 defensive backs in the coverage.
Yeah, just nothing there. And watches, he just kind of checks.
All the time in the world, scanning. Give him credit. He didn't panic and just throw it up for grabs.
Yeah, business decision at that point.
Absolutely. So punting situation.
So Gael Bedoya, the kicker, also the punter for Little Chute.
Back deep once again, Ryan Ruthio.
Well, actually,
it's a unique formation, huh?
Yeah.
I've literally never seen this formation before.
Well, I was going to say, it's that Bedoya back there. They moved him into position for the kick and gets off a nice punt to the 43-yard line.
Nice return up to the 50.
So we'll step away with Luxemburg-Casco up by 7. Luxemburg-Casco goes back to work. Their first play is a long pass down to the 15-yard line. It was incomplete, but a flag comes in at the last second.
Back to live action as we saw it. It's a great play action, a little bit of a bootleg as well. The left-handed quarterback laid it out there.
Interference.
A collision deep
Number 8
downfield on about the
15
15-yard
yards
line.
to the previous spot. First down.
So it is against Little Chute. You know, the underthrown pass almost was a handicap for Little Chute on this play, because he was actually having pretty good coverage, and there was the collision. So ball in the 35.
So Dupree's.
Jet sweep to the right side.
Ronsman. It's over to that Little Chute sideline. We're picking up about 5 yards.
5'10", 160-pound senior. Ronsman that time, taking the handoff, taking it around the end of the jet sweep.
Take a look at these starters for Luxemburg-Casco, who already have 7 points in this game. 40 points or more in all 4 games this year, John. Owen Dupree's is going to keep you honest with that arm. Isaac Vandenberg, as we said, is going to do most of the work on the ground. Leads the state now with 16 rushing touchdowns after his first score tonight.
And a penalty. Encroachment, I believe. Well, you know what, Ted? We've seen this in ball games before this
Defense.
season, where
5-yard penalty, first down.
Drives down to their first drive, gets a touchdown. The other team miscues, shoots themselves in the foot, and that's exactly what Little Chute is doing right now, really shooting themselves in the foot. Started off with the very first play of the ball game with the penalty.
So down.
First and 10. Ruthio
with the catch. Spins
nice
out
spin
of the
move.
first tackle inside the 15.
Taken down by Jacob Melendrez.
Well, if you're watching that score ticker tonight, we're having a little trouble with the score clock here. So it's flickering in and out. We'll try to keep you up to date on the time. 7:08 remaining in this first quarter. So Dupree's takes the snap from the shotgun position up the middle.
Vandenberg hit hard by Jack Verstegen. Big fella, 6'2", 288. He's a junior. His brother was a great player here, great linebacker, great fullback.
Taking a look at the starters for Little Chute's defense. And Drew Joten, leading tackler. Matt Janssen coming off an all-conference season last year. Hunter Thiel has a couple of picks. In fact, Mustangs have 6 picks so far this season.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I mean, they've just You know, it's one of those situations where we've seen them over the years. They've always had, as we mentioned, those tough players. And just well-schooled. Play action, looking for the slant, intercepted.
We just talked about the ability of this team to make interceptions, and on cue, here come the Mustangs. 7th pick of the season, and that's a big
That's
play.
exactly right. You know what he did? He just sat in his zone. He sat back there, didn't go with the play fake, did a nice job of hanging with it, made the big pick. That was a big interception. That was a huge interception right there as they were threatening.
Another look at it.
Here it is again. Caden Kerrigan with the interception. We can't. We have no idea. We just don't know. We can fake it, but that's all we can do.
Yeah, they're having trouble with the score clock here, so even the folks here watching in person are not being able to see the proper timing of the game right now. So see if we can get that fixed, but they are keeping track on the field.
So gain of about 1.5 yards in that play. Inside handoff, try to do a little bit of a trap play. That didn't go anywhere. The interior of the line for Luxemburg-Casco just basically hunkered down, stayed there, made the shot. Big Joe Chervenka. Joe Chervenka, 6 foot, 220-pounder, number 72. In on the stop that time for the Spartans. Once again, these two teams playing for the LC trophy.
Yeah, 3-3 overall.
3-3 since they've come up with that trophy.
I like it.
I do
The
too.
LC
I love those
trophy.
little traditions.
So 3rd and 7. Mustangs trying to keep this drive going deep in Luxemburg-Casco territory. It is Jotun that gets the carry and can't make it to the 10-yard line.
You know, it
Fourth
looked
down
like he
coming up.
had shot at it. Logan Dell came up to make that stop. 6'3", 200-pounder. He's a senior. Had some promise to begin with, but he really shut that one down. Nice little sweep. Looked like he had the blockers in front of him. But he did a great job just shedding that block, Logan Dell did. It's a big defensive back, linebacker hybrid. So once again, Ruthio back deep for Luxemburg-Casco.
And there's that reset. They moved the punter.
Again, I've yet to see that in all my years. And I've been covering football for 74 years.
And you've seen it twice tonight. This one's going to bounce about the
Almost to midfield.
48-yard line. Good position, field position for Luxemburg-Casco.
Right, I'll tell you what, scouting Luxemburg-Casco would be tough because they got such a great running attack and that quarterback can really fling it. So it's a nice offense.
Absolutely. Hey, Down and Distance tonight brought to you by Gandrud Chevrolet. Find the right vehicle at the right value for your money. Complete inventory online at GandrudChevrolet.com. So Luxemburg-Casco, we believe, inside of 4 minutes. Again, having issues with the score clock here.
Do you want me to keep time myself here, Ted?
Yeah,
my watch.
If you don't mind, John.
I could do that.
I know you got that watch tonight.
Nice job that time, faking the jet sweep, the inside jet sweep, taking it down for a gain of about 7 or 8. Make it 8 right at the 40-yard line. Another nice job with that quarterback, though. Nice play action. Does a nice job with his fakes in the backfield. That time, everybody had all eyes on the great running back, Eisen Vandenbush. But that was about it. So 2nd and 2 for the Spartans. Nice setup, bubble screen. Max Ronsman, number 6, taking the pass. 5'10", 160-pound sophomore, gets enough for the first down.
That came in with six receptions. Been getting after it a little bit tonight. A couple of receptions tonight. Been involved in a couple of plays.
So moving the chains, new set of downs.
Yep. And we're told 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Quick toss.
Vandenberg.
Wow, look at those cuts, Ted.
Well, kept those feet moving, spinning. Was going backwards for a while, paid the price, going backwards down the field.
Well, he got clobbered then by number 65, Matthew Janssen. He's 5'8", but 230 pounds. And he brought it all that time. But I like the way this kid cuts on a dime. Looks like he's got the speed going, then he plants that foot. Nice running back.
Yeah.
So second and a long 5.
Vandenberg again gets the call.
3 missed tackles. 3 guys had a chance to bring him down. And somehow he eluded all 3 before getting knocked out of bounds.
Well, watch this, John. I mean, this one's going to come right into your living room. I think Matt Smith, our cameraman and producer, actually made the tackle here.
I think he did. He's a pretty stout fellow. He can hold his ground.
He's shifty with the feet.
That's right.
So Dupree's looking over to the sideline for the offensive call. 3 receivers split to the right. They keep it on the ground here.
Nice job that time by Little Chute. They really, I think it was a little bit of a run blitz that time. They sent number 36, Carter Hoffman. 6 foot, 225. He's a senior defensive lineman. Did a nice job that time just shooting the gap and shutting down that play for a loss of 1. I think the first negative play of the ball game for Luxemburg.
Well, 2 receivers to the right this time for the Spartans. Screen pass. They get it out to Ruthio again. Ruthio's been busy so far.
They're slippery. Absolutely. I mean, there's going to be, when they look at the film, or the tape, film is an old term for about 1978. But when they look at the tape, they're going to say to themselves, man, there were so many occasions here in this first quarter when they had hands on the person with the football and they didn't bring them down.
Yeah, to show you how old you are, you're still referring to tape. They don't have tape.
Oh, they don't have tape either.
No, it's all digital,
wow.
John.
Wow.
It's all in the cloud.
Wow.
But it was good. You settled on tape. There's Vandenberg, tracked down by a foot at the 10-yard line inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
Carter Kruckenberg making the stop that time, possibly a touchdown-saving stop. As we believe time winds down to the first quarter.
We think it's under a minute.
We think it is.
So it is spotted at the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 1st and goal for the Spartans, looking for their 2nd score of this first quarter. Vandenberg in the backfield with the Prees. On the left side, now takes it to the right side. Tries to cut it back. Tackled, brought down near the 5-yard line.
Big Jack Verstegen making the stop once again. 6'2", 288. I'm telling you, when he wraps up, they don't get away. He's like a big old Kodiak bear out there.
Another
down
look
the
at it on
line.
the Simon's Cheese instant replay. Yeah, you're right.
You know what it reminds me of? Who does that remind you of? Number 64 making tackles like that. Come on. I will be so impressed if you come up with this. You can't believe it. Think about
Gilbert
it.
Brown.
Who? No.
Well, I'll think about this because the first quarter has come to an end.
I'm disappointed, actually.
Well, we've got some time to talk about it. Hey, it's a 7-0 lead for Luxemburg-Casco over Little Chute. We'll be back after this timeout. We're getting ready for the start of the second quarter. Bell and Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is proud to provide licensed athletic trainers for area schools and local athletes. Tonight, Adam Hollett is working the sidelines for Luxemburg-Casco. Thanks to Adam and all the Bell and licensed athletic trainers who help keep our kids safe and in the game. Bell and Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown. So on 2nd and 5, as we begin the second quarter, 2nd and goal from the 5, and right away a touchdown for Luxemburg-Casco, their 2nd strike of the game.
Ryan Ruthino, he had a big first quarter to start in the second quarter. And I'll tell you what, this is really quite the offense they've got going here right now. It really is. This is very, very impressive.
So 13-0.
And the extra point is up and good. So, two-score lead for Luxemburg-Casco. By the way, all the replays you're seeing tonight, brought to you by Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese, Little Chute.
Well, Little Chute right now in a little bit of a bind. To get behind by 14 with this team, as we mentioned, is averaging over 40 points per game. I mean, you got to get that offense going, and you got to make sure you don't miss tackles, as they've done several times here so far in the early stages of the ball game. So they really need the offense to get going. So number 64 making a big hit about that size. Who was it, Teddy? Yurko.
Yurko.
Remember how quickly you forget Yurko?
Yeah, how quickly.
Oh, my gosh.
So 96?
4.
What was his last year?
Like
95.
5? Yeah.
95 or 96.
It's not that long ago.
How quickly I forget.
Yes, how quickly you forget Yurko. That's disappointing. And I think he's watching.
And all the high school players that we watching this game are going, who?
How can you forget Yurko?
That's a different century, my friend. So, Luxemburg-Casco kicks off this one, fielded near the 20-yard line. Nice takedown. It was Kruckenberg on the return.
Yeah, that was a really nice takedown. John Larson with a stop. 6'4", 170-pound senior. Watch this tackle. Not getting out of that one.
Well, I mean, we were expecting this defense from Luxemburg-Casco to be something special. 2
right.
shutouts in 4 games.
Right.
They're doing something right.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Pitching a shutout here.
That's why I said Little Chute really needs to get something going offensively. Just keep the ball out of Luxemburg-Casco's hands.
So a quick strike and through the fingertips. That was pretty dangerous when that one went through his fingertips. Could have been picked off.
Yeah. Cody Hujak, 5'11", 165-pound junior, the intended receiver that time. Nice ball, just couldn't hang on to it. So 2nd and 10 on their own 27. On, again, a perfect night for high school football.
Oh,
football of any type, but just beautiful.
I'll take this.
Feels a little bit more like football weather, doesn't it? We've had some hot nights. We had a lightning-filled night.
Yeah.
This feels like a nice
Don't tell Little Chute about lightning.
No, I guess.
They lost that, unable to play in week 2. That's Wapaka. The Little Chute defense stepping up at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they certainly did. Ezra Wagee, 5'8", 180-pound sophomore, did the job that time, number 52. Watch Wagee here. Right there. Drives him back. Form tackle, getting low.
Yeah, nowhere for
wrapping him up
to go.
So 3rd and 12.
Receivers split to each side. Jolton in the backfield. Here comes the pressure. Van Essen gets away from one man.
Well, he did.
Hit Jolton.
He did a nice job of getting away from number 18, Braden Schleich, but that was about it. Because literally, as soon as he turned to look downfield, first thing he sees right there is a maroon jersey. So they brought the pressure that time from the outside. Just a sophomore is Schleich. Boy, coaches have to love to see sophomores making plays like that. Nice size, 6 foot, 165.
Well, you see a lot of young players on both
You do,
teams.
don't you? Really and truly. Wow. So here's that punt formation once again.
Bedoya,
low line drive.
The punt bounces at the 50 and gets about a 12-yard roll. So let's step away with Luxemburg-Casco leading 14-0. We'll be right back. 1st and 10 from the 30.
Got a shot.
A deep ball.
Oh!
Caught.
Was he inbounds?
Caught.
Yes.
Wow.
What a catch. Wow.
Max Ronsman with the reception reaches out and grabs it.
That was absolutely incredible. You know, we saw some great catches in that game last week. I don't know, Ted. This one might be the best we've seen so far this season.
Look at the stretch.
What a catch, and to stay in bounds, what a throw.
Max Ronsberg. And you talk about sophomores.
Yeah.
There's another sophomore making a big play there.
That's incredible.
I'll tell you what, Dupree's, give him a lot of credit too. He paid the price, stayed in the pocket, took a big hit as he released the ball. Bounces right back up.
You know, I wasn't sure on that play if the receiver had outrun, how far he could throw it. But what he did, the quarterback did, is he really put a lot of air under that one. I mean, really let the receiver run underneath it. That was just a great high school football play. Wow.
The 5'10 sophomore went and got it. Yeah, those are exciting when you see those.
Yeah, those are incredible. Well, I'll tell you what, that quarterback certainly showed some arm, though, didn't he?
Yeah. So Evan Dorner is in the backfield now with the Prees. Dorner will get it, try off that right guard, and inside the 10-yard line, sitting inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
Takes up the middle, Joshua Verhagen, number 33, in on the stop. 210-pound junior. Put his head down right there. Jackson Kang, number 32, also in on the stop.
So 3rd and 5. And Dupree's will keep it himself inside the 10-yard line. Well, Gallagher's Pizza is tonight's Red Zone sponsor. Gallagher's Pizza. Italian food, Irish spirit, now with locations in Swamico and De Pere, as well as 2 locations in Green Bay on West Mason Street and Webster Avenue.
Number 7, Drew Jelton, making the stop. 4th and 1.
Your favorite thing to say?
4 down territory.
Of course, down there. So ball sitting on about the 6-yard line, 5-yard line.
Quarterback checked the defense, then checked with the sidelines. Getting in, I think they're going to have to call a timeout. Yep. That one just went a little long.
Luxemburg-Casco will take a timeout to make sure they've got everyone on the same page. So we will step away as well. Spartans look at Vandenberg. So a couple of looks at what Isaac Vandenbush has done so far in this game, and he's had some big runs so far in this first half.
And the one thing you really noticed, that, like I said, just the way he cuts and he makes people miss tackles, gives them a little bit of lazy leg right there, and then makes the burst. That's a nice running back. Big play right here for Little Chute to try to stop him on 4th down.
Yep. So it is 4th and 1. Ball sitting on the 5-yard line. Vandenbush is in the backfield with Dupree's. To put Ronsman in motion, and they'll give to Ronsman. Ronsman is going to be shy of the goal line, but that's going to be enough for a first down. So I like that play, John.
I did too. Everybody thinking one thing. Cody Bergen making the stop for Little Chute, but you're right. Everybody just assuming 4 gets the carry.
Yeah, but it's Ronsman's big play that helps set up this.
No question.
This potential play and trying to let Ronsman finish it off.
Absolutely. So at the 2-yard line, 1st and goal.
Ronsman in the slot this time to the right. Vandenbush. It's going to be Dupree's keeping it himself. Lunging into the end zone, and that's going to be another Spartan touchdown.
Well, again, using Vandenbush as the decoy that time, because when you fake to him down in that territory, you absolutely have to have all eyes focus on that, and you have to respect the fact he might be carrying the football. But this offense has been unstoppable so far for Luxemburg-Casco. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
Now the extra point, once again, is good. So Larson with another extra point. So 21-0 for Luxemburg-Casco over Little Chute.
Well, Ted, the main thing is, I mean, no disrespect to the Little Chute defense. They're doing everything at least they're trying as hard as they possibly can. Don't have anything to show for it, but they've been on that field an awful lot. I mean, the Luxemburg-Casco, their defense has shut down the Little Chute offense. So if there are some guys going both ways, and on defense, you just seem to exert a lot more energy at times, and this Little Chute offense really needs to get some first downs. They just need to move the chains 3 or 4 times, just to kind of, level the playing field a little bit, because they're playing with Luxemburg-Casco's like just basically running downhill right now. They need to even that out.
Yeah,
and I don't know how they're going to do it, because that Luxemburg-Casco defense is pretty good, too.
That sounds really good,
It sounds
John.
really good. That's good coach
That's
speak.
what they should do.
Yes. Yes.
But
Why don't people just do what I tell them to do?
This Luxemburg-Casco defense has just been outstanding, and they're getting ready to come back out onto the field. So Larson getting ready to kick off again for Luxemburg-Casco. This is a high kick fielded at the 10-yard line. It's Kruckerberg looking for an opening out to the 25-yard line.
These special team players come down to play, too. Ezra Wagey, 5'8", 185-pound sophomore, getting in the stop. So 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for Little Chute. Do they have a first down, Ted? I'm not sure they have a first down, do they?
Yeah.
Do they have one?
Yeah.
Okay. You little statistician, you.
I'm pretty sure. We're missing our statistician as well as our headsets tonight.
Yes.
So short pass and nice
Nice
yardage
play.
after the catch.
Cade Kerrigan. That's their best play. I was gonna say, that's their best play of the night so far.
Now, they were just making sure that you saw a first down.
Okay, thank you. I like that play. Nice quick hitter, safe pass. Does a nice job getting everything with a little spin, taken down by Rufio.
Down 21-0. You got to have some good things happening.
Absolutely.
Right now. Try to get some points on the board, make this a 2-score game before you get into the halftime intermission. Van Asten, maybe a broken play here. Pulls it back out. Looked like he was looking for something really quick.
Yeah, he was, and it just wasn't there. The timing was off somewhat at the start of this play. Was looking for something quick. Then he tried to make something happen afterwards. Nobody really open, and that's one of the toughest throws in football. Rolling to your left, sprinting to your left, and trying to throw back that way. That's a tough pass, and just overshoots his man, especially when you're a right-hander. But they're coming out spinning it. And a timeout.
Yeah,
Little Chute.
Little Chute will take it this time, so that'll give us a chance to step away. We'll be back. It is a 21-0 lead for Luxemburg-Casco. Coveson Buses is now hiring. Top pay for part-time work with flexible hours. Coveson Buses. Family pride in every ride. So 21-0. Luxemburg-Casco leads Little Chute. Little Chute with a first down, sitting at about their own 39-yard line. Try up the middle again, and maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there was nothing there. A little bit of a slower developing play for an inside handoff like that, and it was just Luxemburg-Casco. They just hunkered down and waited for the running back to come to them. So no gain on the play whatsoever, 3rd and 10. I mean, look at the Spartans. I mean, they were on the other side of the line of scrimmage early on.
So 3rd down coming up. Under 7 to play in this first half. Van Asten under center. Looking deep,
going
down
deep.
the middle, and that is going to be
intercepted. Ryan Rufio. Boy, is he having a big ball game.
50, he's still on his feet. 40, 35, spun down, and Rufio just keeps making big play after big play.
Well, he started off the ball game with an outstanding kickoff return to put Luxemburg-Casco in great field position to start the ball game. Had the other touchdown. Now he makes this interception off the carom. He had it, then it was tipped, I believe, by his teammate, Evan Dahlke, and then makes a nice interception, a nice return.
Well, Once again, some nice camera work down there.
So this is all Luxemburg-Casco's night tonight.
Nice job by our crew for the Simon's Cheese Instant Replay. And now back on offense we go. Evan Dorner with the carry for Luxemburg-Casco.
Dorner gets a couple. 185-pound senior.
So they've used Dorner a little bit more here in the second quarter. He's only had 8 carries coming into this game. But,
right.
You know, you're midway through the season now.
Yeah.
Trying to take a little bit of the pressure off of Vandenberg.
Or Vandenbush.
Or Vandenbush.
Either one of them. Both of them. You know, all those Dutch names.
Well,
time out on the field.
We haven't seen Vandenberg all night. So.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't know, where is he, do you know? He must have missed the bus.
Oh, my goodness.
There's got to be a Vandenberg someplace.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple of technical snafus all night long, huh?
Yeah. Human and technical.
Yeah. Hey, tell you what, you know, we were talking about the officials earlier.
Yes.
And we you know, I guess we should knock on wood here. We saw a couple early flags, but nothing lately. Jeff Totsky, our official tonight, are wearing the white cap, and Alex Bartman, James Brockman, Brett Kramer, and Ryan Sherman, the officiating crew. And we had the same crew last week, except James Brockman was on the list, but James didn't show up. We don't know what happened last week.
We don't know what happened.
So he came up to me immediately before the game and said, "I'm here tonight. Just wanted to let you know." So it's good to have.
Says family was calling. They didn't know where he was. All those things.
That crew doing a nice job once again tonight. So back to action for Luxemburg-Casco. The man in motion. Dupree's looking deep over the middle again.
Missed him.
Oh, he had a man.
He certainly did. Running downfield, Braden Schleich, another sophomore. But he had him open early. And that time he just didn't put enough air under it. He made a beautiful pass to Ronson by really, really putting some air under it. And this time he just didn't put enough for him to be able to run under.
Well, it's almost one of those situations where you see your receiver start to break away. It's like you rush it a little bit too much.
Absolutely, no question. He wanted to get it out there.
A little bit too quick.
Drew Jolton in coverage that time, number 7. For a little shoot.
So third down now for the Spartans.
Nice pass. Ruthio again.
Ruthio. And he keeps the play alive. Dancing. Brought down inside the 10 and inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
That's the story of the guy. I don't know if they really practice that or what, but these guys are so elusive with their little lateral moves all night long. This kid has done it all night long. Vandenbush does it. The quarterback did it a couple of times. But watch the nice job he makes right here, making the first guy miss, then the second guy miss, then the third guy miss, then the fourth guy miss,
it's all the hits,
then the fifth guy miss,
and
it was the sixth guy who got him.
So a first and goal from the 10-yard line once again. Ronsman trying to turn the corner and slipped. You know, I think when you get a cooler night like this, on a warmer
gets
day,
a little
you get
slick.
a little moisture on the grass. We were on the field before the game. Terrific playing surface.
Beautiful. We're talking about that. It's kind of like an anniversary for the groundskeepers here. They were talking about him, what a great job he's done during his career here and how much they appreciate everything he's done. But natural grass in just an immaculate condition. Just beautiful.
Yeah. And I was talking to Ted Evers before the game, too, the Little Chute head coach. I mean, he was saying the same thing. Just loved
fantastic.
this field. So second and goal. Dupree's looking to the left side and
overshot his man again. That's Schleich once again. Much better coverage that time on the part of Little Chute. Much better. Could have put it right on the dime, dropped the dime on him, and they could have had a touchdown, but actually it was pretty good coverage.
I thought he had a man underneath that he may have been able to drop it off to. He was
always second guessing, huh?
Always.
Wow. What was it like to be your kid? Wow.
Wow. The girls are in town this week, actually.
Oh, very nice.
So Dupree's slings it out to Dorner. Dorner
touchdown
for the touchdown.
Evan Dorner. Nothing fancy. Just go back to one of the early plays in the passing game playbook.
And Luxemburg-Casco is 4 for 4, 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns.
A 9-yard reception for Evan Dorner. And now Larson coming on to try to make it a 28-0 lead for the hometown team.
It's good.
Got a big leg, doesn't he?
Yeah, big leg. Don't they all? These kickers.
At this point, they sure do.
They really and truly do. It's incredible. And you don't really see that probably watching on TV because you see it obviously go through the goalpost, but that thing will sail 30 yards, sometimes more, past the goalposts on their extra points.
Yeah.
Just incredible legs.
So 28-0 here late in the second quarter. Got to tell you, wasn't expecting this.
No, not at all. Not at all. For one thing, we've seen Little Chute over the years, and they're always very competitive. And again, they won 2 out of 3 this season. I don't know how they would have fared against Wapaka, but they had a chance at being 3-1 heading into this ball game. So no, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised they're not getting more done on offense. That's the one thing that's really surprising.
Ted Evers, the head coach, now in his 3rd season with the Mustangs, was an assistant at Luxemburg-Casco, 2003 to 2007, and then again 2010 to 2018. Was a head coach over at Freedom for a couple of years.
Well, didn't we do a game them against Freedom a couple of years ago? That's what I thought.
Did.
Yep. I remember that was a
real
hard-hitting night. Remember that? The Highway End. That's right.
Trophy.
That's right.
Yeah,
nice
kick.
kick.
Always playing for the different trophies. This one fielded at the 5-yard line this time. And Kerrigan
up to about the 24.
Yeah. So Little Chute will begin this drive.
And again, I know we've mentioned a few times, but the clock is not serviceable tonight. The clock here at Luxemburg-Casco. Is it really working well? So it's the officials actually keeping time on the field. So 1st and 10 from the 24 for Little Chute once again. Just have not been able to get that offense out of first gear. That last possession, they put it in the air early. Let's see what they do here. Kane Van Osten at quarterback. He's got 5 touchdown passes on the season. The big right-hander. Intercepted.
And it's Larson. Well, we just talked about his big leg.
Yeah, he just, Larson is a big defensive back at 6'4". And that ball was overshot. He overshot his receiver. And Larson was right there behind the receiver to make the interception.
Another look at it on the Simon's Cheese instant replay.
Yep. Just kind of playing right field out there, making the catch. Well, that's about as bad of a happenstance as Little Chute could ask for in this situation.
Yeah, now plenty of time here with under 4 minutes to go for Luxemburg-Casco to try to get a 5-touchdown lead in the first half. DePries looks to the right. Just tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose about a yard.
Taken down again by big Jack Verstegen. Loss of 1. I'll tell you what, they were looking for a money ball right there on that play. They were looking deep. And they went to ring that one up early. But good defense that time on the part of a Little Chute. So 2nd and 11.
So you got Ronsman out to the right here. A couple of receivers split to the left. Ronsman goes in motion with that jet sweep again, trying to turn the corner. And he does. Good for about a 4-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
That's Ronsman. Nice carry and everything. But the key, once again, was the blocking. There was just really nice blocking on the part of Ryan Ruthio, number 7 that time. He had the seal block on that outside. It would not let that outside linebacker beat the running back to that spot on the outside. So a real nice job of blocking.
So 3 minutes remaining in the first half. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Spartans. DePries looks to the sideline. Changing up the play here a little bit. Done that a couple of times. Final seconds on the play clock. They got to get this off quickly, and they just barely get it off.
Well, I'll tell you what, he was shooting for Ruthio, but as you said the other time, there was somebody else open. Braden Schleich, number 18, was open on a deep slant. Did you see that?
I did, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to second guess.
Oh, wow. Here we go. But he was much more open, actually, than Ruthio. Wow, what have we become, Ted?
Well, 28-0 with 3 minutes left.
I don't even know you anymore.
First half. How many years have we been working together?
34, I think.
Dupree's over. Oh, he
had his man.
Yep. There's that Ruthio.
That's
again?
Ruthio.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a beautiful pass. Had it right in Ruthio's hands. So, the first stop of the first half for Little Chute.
Downs.
So a big stop for them there.
Yep. Yeah, I had a good look at it. Hey, our Down and Distance is brought to you by Gandrid Chevrolet. Our no hassle, no haggle philosophy means you get one low price always. Experience the difference at Gandrid Chevrolet. So Little Chute takes over on downs with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Jacob Melendrez with the carry, leading rusher coming into this ball game. 165-pound senior. Gains a couple. You know, it's got to be tough. I mean, just, you know, you're a competitor. You want every ball game, you go in thinking you're going to win, you're going to make the plays, whatever, and you go into the locker room at halftime after a game, after a first half like this, and that's got to be tough for the coaches. That's got to be tough for the assistant coaches. I mean, just everybody. That's a tough situation.
Yes.
There's no way to sugarcoat it.
Oh, without a doubt. There's a handoff up the middle.
Tell you what, he keeps driving though, Melendez does. Keeps the legs rocking. Picks up a couple more. Bring up a third and about 5. A short 5, so a gain of about 4 on the play, really. Nice job. Kind of that low center of gravity. Gets down low, keeps the legs moving. Moves the pile a little bit. 3rd and 4. And I would guess about a minute left to go in the half. A little bit more.
Just under 2. Just under 2, yep. Van Aston spins out of danger, buys himself a little more time, and that one's going to be thrown out of bounds.
Had a receiver over here on the near side, Caden Kerrigan, but I don't think he was even looking for him. I think he was just looking to throw that out of bounds.
Yeah, Neil Searing, the head coach for Luxemburg-Casco, almost made the play.
He could have, absolutely.
Neil in his second year as a head coach of Luxemburg-Casco. Wow, what a job he's done so far. Was a 13-year assistant, was a head coach at Gillett for 4 years. And now really has this Luxemburg-Casco team playing at a very high level the last couple of seasons. So the punt bounces at the 48, takes a Little Chute roll down to the 34-yard line of Little Chute, or excuse me, of Luxemburg-Casco.
Well, you've had a phenomenal first half. Do you just do a victory formation, go into the locker room at halftime, Teddy, or are you still hungry for more?
No,
you tell me, Coach.
I think you're still going. I think you're still playing.
What would your old coach, Tony Baroni, do?
Go for it. Four deep passes. Now, he was a basketball coach, so I don't know what he would do.
I'm just telling you, it's just attitude. I'm just talking attitudinally.
Yeah.
Okay, not X's and O's. Yeah. Attitudinally.
The late great.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know he passed.
Vandenberg to the 40.
Tripped up by Drew Joten. 5'9", 175-pound defensive back. Just couldn't have made a lot of tackles tonight.
Hey, make sure you visit golamers.com/careers to apply. Lamers Bus, they need you to bring our students to school this year. Earn high hourly wages and up to $1,800 in bonuses. Again, visit golamers.com/careers to apply.
I would love to know how many miles I have on a Lamers bus on the years of doing college basketball games. Nice job of the quarterback getting rid of that one and close to a first down. In fact, it is a first down for Ruthio.
Did you have your own section in the bus?
Second seat.
Second seat.
Second seat on the left-hand side.
Did you share?
No, everybody had their own seat. You know what the worst part of that was, though?
What's that?
When Coach Dick Bennett was the head coach, as they spike it, when Coach Bennett was the head coach,
yeah.
If it wasn't a good game, even if we won, okay? Well, after the game, you'd always get pizzas, okay? So there'd be everybody got their own pizza, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But sometimes Coach Bennett decided they didn't deserve to eat right away. So I'm starving, okay, because I work hard those games. So I'm sitting there in that second seat with about 20 pizzas stacked about 8 inches in front of me, and I cannot touch them. I've never forgiven Coach Bennett for that.
Where was the video for that?
I don't know.
A lot of fidgeting, I'm sure. So Dupree's under pressure.
Looking deep.
Hey, calling one of his receivers to come on back. And
he gets driven out of bounds.
Yeah.
I would hold my breath a little bit if I was a coach. You know, we got this kind of lead and that kind of quarterback and running that kind of a play. I would hold my breath.
So let's see. Maybe they keep it on the ground this time.
I think I would.
Let the clock roll out?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yep. So he got driven out pretty hard there. That's a form tackle. Joshua Verhagen.
I think they're going for the first down here, though, John.
Okay. It says 19 on the clock, but again, we don't know how close that is.
Well, we're in the final moments of the second quarter. Once again, the clock not operating properly tonight.
Looking over the middle,
he got
complete.
Ronsman for the first down.
He's got a bunch of catches tonight, doesn't he? Ronsman has been active all over the field.
Well, stop the clock momentarily to move the chains, and then it'll get going again. Looks like 10 seconds on the clock.
And he spikes it.
Dupree's will stop the clock. So,
you know, I'm so old.
I think you're looking
deep, no question. I'm so old. I remember when they used to have to throw it out of bounds.
Oh, instead of
spiking it. Yep. 6 seconds left. Ball on the 43. So he'd be 50 yards away from the end zone before he would let this one go on.
Well, there's 4 seconds now on the clock. So this will most likely be the last play from the 45. And they find Ronsman through the hands.
Those
were
a couple of nice.
Thinking about what he was going to do with it.
I know. Those were a couple of passes that Vandenberg is going to be saying, "Geez, you know, stat-wise,
we got another play coming up. We got another play.
Those were two. Those were two I put in my guys' hands."
Yeah. So 1 second remains.
All right. So one more play. It's got 2 now. 1 flanks left. So 2 receivers on the right side.
So ball sitting on the 43-yard line.
And victory formation. Yeah. That's it.
And the half like that. With a 28-0 lead for Luxemburg-Casco with a big lead at halftime. Looking to move to 5-0 on the season, and they look fantastic.
Yeah, they didn't do much wrong in that first half. Actually, those 2 drop passes, the only negative.
Yeah.
Really, when you think about negative plays, those are probably the only 2 negative plays of the entire first half, offensively or defensively for Luxemburg-Casco. That was thorough football.
All right, we've got to take a timeout. It is halftime, and this is Showdown. 28-0 Luxemburg-Casco leads Little Chute at halftime. Just a very impressive first half by this Spartan team, looking to get to 5-0 on the season.
Yeah, if anybody has taken a look at this one, it's really something. But this was something, too. Before the ball game, just a great ceremony. Richard Dick Dieterville, so World War II veteran, United States Navy, 96 years old. He was an ammunition specialist in the Navy during the war. What an outstanding way to honor that gentleman right there. Once again, 96 years old. That's really something. Then they also honored some of the Gold Star families tonight, which is really, really cool. Jesse Theory's family coming out there. I knew that family really well. Randy and Sue Theory, wonderful, wonderful people, and being honored out there. And he, of course, was killed in Iraq. And Marine Lance Corporal Dino Pitchka, he's another one. He had been a great, great athlete here at Luxemburg-Casco. Point guard in basketball, baseball player, quarterback on the football team, and he was also killed in action in Iraq. Just tough situation. Marine Sergeant Luke Zimmerman was also honored. He was also from Luxemburg-Casco. He ran cross-country, track, and wrestled here. Just 3 outstanding young men.
Without a doubt.
Just outstanding young human beings.
You are always reminded of that when
exactly.
you come to Luxemburg-Casco, the high school, the community,
yes.
and it's so tremendous to see them honor the memory and honor the families
yes.
every year.
And I became friends with the families, and I'll tell you what, they say time makes things better, but in some ways, when you lose a son like that in a war, you're always reminded of it. And again, it's wonderful that they are honored in something like this, but it stays pretty fresh for them. I've had long talks with several of them, and it's really something else. But I'll tell you what, there is a sense of pride in this community for the sacrifice this entire community has made to our country over the years. Yeah. Very, very patriotic area. And I'll tell you what, my heart goes out to those people, and my gratitude goes out to those people and those young Marines who lost their lives fighting for our country.
And the community just silence during those during the ceremony before the game. Both teams stopped warming up.
Yep. And that's one
great
reason.
Respect.
Great respect. You could have heard a pin drop, really and truly, and that's the reason we had to start the game a little bit late, because the guys had to stand around for about 5 or 6 minutes without warming up and then go into the game. So they wanted to give them a couple more minutes to kind of get loose after standing there. But the official even told us, or one of the gentlemen here, who's been great. Haven't these people in Luxembourg just been fantastic? So cordial, so helpful here. It's incredible. Not like it was a few years back, though, which is a little bit disappointing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you better explain that.
So a couple years ago, we'd had the Kewanee game the week before.
Yeah.
And Kewanee always just puts on the food spread like you can't believe. So during the course of the week, not just during that game, but during the course of the week on the radio, I'd been talking about, wow, you can't believe Kewanee, their press box, the food, the batanque, the chili, the brats. It's just unbelievable. Nobody does it better than Kewanee when it comes to high school football, okay? So the next week, we come here to Luxemburg-Casco. There's a young man there in a full waiter suit with the maitre d' with the towel folder, everything, and a full menu. A full menu for me of whatever I wanted.
The concession stand.
From the concession stand. Exactly. And they had terrific. The Gatorade, the different types of Gatorade ranked by vintage of what type of Gatorade it was.
In which year.
Yes. So that's what I'm talking about as far as a few years ago. That one and we had no idea that was going to happen.
No.
None whatsoever.
Jenny Bandow and the whole crew.
Yes.
Luxemburg-Casco. They always treat us well. That is
fantastic.
That is a fact. All right. You've been watching the youth program here for Luxemburg-Casco. The future Spartans on the field having some fun out here at halftime, but we've got to take another timeout ourselves. It's Luxemburg-Casco with a 4-touchdown lead. Such an impressive performance by the hometown team, the Luxemburg-Casco Spartans, with a 4-touchdown lead over the visitors from Little Chute. Mustangs trying to figure out a way to get back into this one. Second half action coming up in a few moments. First half highlights coming up after this timeout. Well, a lot of fireworks before the game and during the game here for Luxemburg-Casco, John. First half highlights.
Yeah, well, that young man right there, Isaac Vandenbush, he got the call early. 16th touchdown of the season. That is the top touchdown producer in the entire state of Wisconsin. And this offense just kept rolling for Luxemburg-Casco, just doing a great job getting it on the outside. You had the young man over there, that Ryan Ruthio, who had a big first half. The defense was tough, just coming in there. Braden Schleich, just a sophomore, rushing the quarterback. And I'll tell you what, they just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. And I'll tell you what, that's where we just added up to what it is right now. And that Little Chute offense just really couldn't get anything going. And a great interception right here by Ryan Ruthio. So that's why we're at where we're at, Teddy. Just big plays for the guys in maroon and gold.
All right, 28-0. We'll be back. Start with the second half after this timeout. 28-0 as we get set to begin the second half between Luxemburg-Casco and Little Chute, week 5 of the high school football season. Ted Stefaniak, John Mino with you on the call. And I tell you what, it's as we said, we're a little bit surprised at the score and the way this has gone, but I mean, take nothing away from Luxemburg-Casco. They've been terrific.
Well, no, and you know, when you just do the research, you see that they've scored at least 40 points in every game, and they have 2 shutouts. But I'm just surprised, like I said, that the Little Chute offense isn't getting more going, and that's not a good way to start the second half.
Inside the 5 is where they will start. Hey, no matter who you are, part of you is an athlete. Whether you're a student, a professional, or a recreational athlete, the Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team provides elite care for everybody. Bellin Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
And by the way, the grounds crew here in Luxembourg would like to say happy 55th anniversary to Dennis and Dorothy Theory. Dennis is responsible for cutting the grass at all the athletic playing fields 3 times a week. He does an amazing job, and he is a pleasure to be around. They say thank you, Dennis, and congratulations, Dorothy. I got it right this time.
Congratulations. Well, to you and to them.
Yes.
So starting this drive inside their own 5. Not a lot of room to work down there.
No, we've
especially
said,
against this defense.
Right, absolutely, and that's Jacob Melendrez with another carry. He's had a lot of carries tonight. And, you know, we've said this before, Teddy, at least if I were a coach, which I put myself in those shoes a lot, I will say this. If I was Little Chute, I'd just say, let's try to win the second half. Plain and simple. Let's outscore them in the second half. And take away from that what we can.
Yeah, and I think you break it down even more. We need to win this drive.
Yeah.
First drive, we've got the ball. Quick hitter, and that is almost picked off, and that would have been 6. That would have been a pick 6. There was nobody.
Braden Schleich, again, just a sophomore. Is this young man going to be a football player over the next couple of years, huh? He's outstanding right now. He's going to be amazing by the time he's a senior. And you were talking about Ronson. He played as a sophomore, or excuse me, as a freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some good young players.
Well, you get that experience at the varsity level when you're young, that freshman, sophomore year.
Yep.
So a 3rd and long coming up for the Mustangs. Van Asten under pressure in his own end zone, and, well, let's see how they rule this.
They're going to call it grounding, which would be a safety. That's number 65, Ethan Ruthio, 6'1", 240-pound sophomore. Imagine the JV team they would have. Have all these sophomores on the JV. Oh, my gosh. That'd be unbelievable.
Yeah, avoids the sack here, and
I guess they thought there was somebody.
Grounding is one of those rules of emphasis this year.
Oh, is it in high school football? I didn't realize that.
But
emphasis in which way? That
they're just watching,
trying
for
to put the kibosh on it more?
Yeah.
It's an old man's word, kibosh.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Put it in the film vault, John.
Oh, punt up to the 32.
Yeah, let's step away. You're watching Showdown.
We probably should.
So back to action. Luxemburg-Casco came out onto the field with a play ready to go and ran that play during our commercial. Let's take a look at it, John. There's a flag on the play.
Right. Carter Kruckenberg, though, with a tremendous tackle.
Watch
number
this.
22 for Little Chute come up and make the great tackle. Wow. Ouch. Dangerous-looking result, but everybody pops up. Looks like they're okay, and a holding penalty called against the Spartans of Luxemburg-Casco.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, those plays look good in the highlight tape, but they scare you a little bit when you see them in person.
Yeah, don't like to see that.
No, you really don't.
With the high school players. And Isaac Vandenbush bounces right back up.
Right, certainly did.
Stays in the game. So back him up a little bit on the penalty. That one is batted in the air and then still caught. It's that kind of night for Luxemburg-Casco, and Ruthio comes to this side of the field. There is a flag that comes out.
Hunter Thiel has to be thinking to himself, what do I need to do? What do we need to do to have something turn our way? Hunter Thiel, number 84, big wide receiver. He has 8 receptions on this season, 6'4", 185 junior. But he thought he at least killed this play, and nope. Another flag of the play way in the backfield here.
Yes, Ruthio was approaching upfield. This side of the field.
Right, you see it come out. Will they pick it up? Okay.
Yeah,
evidently.
I think they may have just picked it up, John.
Okay.
We'll have to talk to the the officiating crew if they follow us next week.
Absolutely.
And Ruthio takes a big shot as they come across the field.
Boy, another big hit on the part of the Little Chute defense. That was Jackson Kang.
Yeah.
Who really laid it to him.
Yeah, Ryan's going to
he's coming off the field.
Just make sure he's all right.
So I'll tell you what, that's a couple of big shots to a couple of their star players early in the second half. Yeah, he was kind of vulnerable when he took that shot.
10-17 remaining in the third quarter. DePries has his man. It's Ronsman again at the 20-yard line. Nope, make it the 19 and inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
And DePries took a pretty good shot right after he released that one.
He's had a couple of
He's
big
taking a shot.
hits.
Watch and see how long we stay with this one, but right there he took a shot to the rib cage. Tell you what, Luxemburg-Casco has come out with a little attitude, though. That was Michael Rambo, number 17, with the tackle.
DePries and takes it across the 10-yard line.
Jackson Kang with the first hit once again.
So Gallagher's Pizza again inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
Are we going to get some Gallagher's Pizza this year, Teddy? I mean, every year it seems like one game we get something. Every year. You talk to your people. I mean, you're a big-time salesman now. You run the whole thing. Don't you salespeople
get
everything?
We are going to be at De Pere next week.
Don't you guys get everything free, you salespeople on TV?
I don't know about that.
That's what I heard.
Fake to Vandenbush. Ronsman to the 5-yard line.
Trying to chop it up a little bit here.
Yep,
moving it down.
Bring up a second and goal from the 5. By the way, the down and distance tonight brought to you by Gandrud Chevrolet, Wisconsin's #1 selling Chevrolet dealership. Gandrud Chevrolet. Appreciate all of our sponsors. Gallagher's, Gandrud.
Absolutely. Take care of all of them. You probably have a free car.
And Vandenbush gets by one defender, 2 defenders, and into the end zone for 6 more points.
Touchdown number 17 on the season for that young man. And again, if you're scouting this team, if you've got Luxemburg-Casco on your schedule this year, you have to say to yourself, man, this quarterback does a great job back there. Throwing the football, does a great job with carrying out his fakes. And they've got a running back that is about as tough, as shifty, and strong as anybody you want in this division. So who are the top 5 in this division, Ted? I know you've got that one taped up on your little board. You're the most prepared person ever. Quick penalty. Hang on one second, Ted. Penalty against Luxemburg-Casco. Not sure what the call is.
Well,
I think our man turned his mic on.
Well,
so let's see.
We're going to kick
they
an
are
extra
going
point.
to kick, though. The official's coming over to talk to the Luxemburg coaches.
Neil Searing gets the word.
Okay.
Spartan head coach.
All right. But as you said, they are lining up the extra point.
Yeah, so Larson is on. And he is 5 of 5 with the extra points.
Just booms it over the track
tonight. So let's take a break. It is 35-0, and you are watching Showdown. So 35-0.
So the kickoff. Okay, I'm not sure what the penalty was, Ted, but it looks like they're putting it back on the 25, possibly, for the kickoff.
Yeah.
Are they moving it back?
I don't know if it was maybe something
Dead
after
ball.
the touchdown.
Right.
Didn't see it.
So I heard him say free kick. Okay, so normally when you have the free kick, well, usually they punt it because you have that option. But he's going to kick it off, but all the way back from his own 25-yard line.
And Larson has shown a big leg tonight.
Man. I mean, just in his extra points, but they're like 40-yard field goals with the leg he puts into them. And it's a great kick.
Line drive.
Down to the 16.
Across the 40, 45.
Nice return that time, Caden Kerrigan. It's their best starting field position of the night, I will say that.
Yes. And now, with the score being 35-0 here in the second half.
That one rule that comes into play that you never want to be on the receiving end of.
You are in a running clock situation.
So ball in the 47 for Little Chute. Still trying to get something to click on offense. It just has not yet tonight. So we'll see.
Van Aston.
Nice run. Melendrez. Another nice run. He's been the workhorse for them tonight. Nice gain of about 5 or 6. Bring up 2nd and 5.
These Little Chute players, we talked about Melendrez being such a good baseball player, going to be playing at Platteville. Cade Van Aston's quite the basketball player. College prospect.
Nice size, 6'4", 180. Another nice hole
again, and has a first down.
Another big gain.
Do need to mention, Little Chute missing one of their top offensive and defensive linemen tonight. So Gavin Fritsch not available tonight.
Out with an illness.
Yeah, hoping he's feeling a little better, but a terrific football player, but also a terrific track and field athlete, college prospect in the throwing sports. So
Logan Dell made the stop that time for Luxemburg-Casco, 6'3", 200-pound linebacker.
40-yard line, that's Jolton.
Yeah. Called his name a bunch on offense. Well, this is exactly what we thought we'd see from Little Chute tonight. This type of offense. This is what we've always seen from Little Chute, just a kind of a grinder type of offense that really, they push the pile and gain yards like this. But this is exactly what we thought we would see.
Well, and I think, down 35, you just got to go back to what you do best.
That's right.
There's no
Chilton again.
35-point play.
There's no quitting them either. Look at this. It's a nice drive. This is an excellent drive. It'd be really easy to come out right now and just kind of have your head down and your chin on your chest and just sort of say, well, let's go on the bus, go home, and have some pizza or something. But they're going to play this out. They're going to fight to the end. That's nice to see.
Yeah. Was Luxemburg-Casco that beat Little Chute last year 28-0.
Right.
During that COVID season.
Yeah.
Right before the game.
Coach
Evers was sick, wasn't able to attend the game. Several of the coaches were sick last year. And Coach Evers certainly happy to be in
I would
tonight.
love to just write off last year, that whole year. Yeah. Okay. But did you see, I think it's Madison West shut down their program today.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Did not see that.
And it's like, oh, boy.
We've heard there have been a couple of games that have been affected, canceled, just due to COVID protocol. So you hope that doesn't
Exactly.
catch
That's
on,
what I mean. Because, man, there are hopes, dreams, and aspirations that went down the tubes last year. And I'm not saying, medically or whomever, it shouldn't have been done. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is high school athletes usually get that one shot at playing sports.
Kruckenberg.
Nice run.
Yeah, did he get the first? No, he's going to be a couple yards shy of the first. Well, and we talked about this before. I mean, the fact that, WIA, the high schools, the coaches, the players, the families, to be able to get something out of last season, especially for those seniors last year.
Absolutely. And it really is great that they did play, even if it was in the spring or whatever. But, I mean, you got to remember, we saw a whole bunch of real little football players out here on the field tonight. We saw a whole bunch of really young dance team little girls out here on the field tonight. From that moment on, they're dreaming of the night they're going to be out here on a Friday night in the fall. That's what it's all about. That's what they spend probably, 10, 12 years.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, number 65, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Training for, dreaming of, preparing for, and to have that taken away the way it was just has to be incredibly heartbreaking.
So inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone and driving towards the end zone, looking for their first score of the night, still fighting.
Oh, was it taken away? Yes, it was.
The ball was live. Out came Rufio with the ball Down the sideline he goes. This is going to be about a 95-yard turnover and return if it stands.
From about the 14-yard line. So you'd be talking about an 86-yard fumble recovery, I guess is what it would be called. I see a flag back at about the 30, Ted. The official picked it up. Now he's running downfield to talk to the other officials.
Yeah, I think he was inside around the
Sideline
5.
warning against Little Chute. No penalty, or no yardage with that penalty. Touchdown,
Yeah.
good.
Wow.
Try
You're
for
right.
point.
I'm sorry, yeah, you're right. It was around
Yeah.
5, because they were starting from about the 10. Wow. That was incredible. We've been doing games since the days of film, and we've never seen something like
They
that.
had him stacked up. He was fighting for more yardage.
I thought the play was over.
I didn't hear a whistle.
No, there wasn't. But, I mean, I kind of looked away until I saw Ruthio heading north or south, or whatever direction this is to the
We've
left.
got to take one more timeout here in the third, so we'll step away. We'll come back and look at it after this. Well,
Wow. I don't know what just happened, but it was really something.
it was worth 6.
Holy cow.
Luxemburg-Casco fans. Here's another look at it.
Well, he's at about the 4 as he's fighting. And then somewhere in that, and just piling down, and somewhere in that scrum, it came out, and there goes Ruthio.
Yeah, once he broke out,
What
goodbye.
a night he's had. That's incredible.
Larson did have the extra point, so he's 6 for 6 on those
Wow.
extra points.
High kick to about the 6-yard line. Return by Caden Kerrigan up to the 25, and a flag goes flying high.
Yeah, a couple of guys
Some
resting,
got a little
still coming
chippy
down the
there.
field.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and you're sitting here late in the third quarter with a 42-0 lead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
frustration. But you start to see some other players get opportunities now in this game as well.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the kicking team, number 52. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Okay. So we'll see what happens now. But yeah, some new numbers you see out there on defense as well. We have never seen that before, have we, Ted?
I do
No,
not.
I'm kind of like
I do
racking
not
my brain if
recall.
there's ever been something like that ever before.
And he was near the
goal line.
Near the goal line.
Yes.
Didn't see where it popped out though.
Wow. Because you can see where the goal line was in that replay. Oh, this looks like a nice ball. Nope, just fades out of bounds. Put some nice loft on that one, though. If that had stayed in bounds, his receiver had a chance to right under it and take it home.
Well, camera person Kat down there, she had a shot at it.
Absolutely. But she said there was about 20 players literally between her and the ball popping out.
Yeah, but if she makes the catch, you're not going to catch her. She's gone.
Who?
Kat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, quick.
Really? I didn't know that. She was an athlete?
I don't know that.
Okay.
We'll say yes.
All right. Oh, here's a nice run. Look at this. He's got a chance to take it to the distance.
Melendrez looking for the end zone. Chased by 5 Spartans. Pushed out at
about the 3.
What a great effort
I'll
by
tell you what.
Jacob Melendrez.
And Jacob has had a heck of a second half. He really has. That kid has not stopped playing. He's not big at 5'8", 165, but his heart is pretty big.
Takes it all the way to the other side of the field.
Look at that. Takes a hard hit, spins out of it, switches hands with the football, keeps it high and tight, the way they're taught to do these days. Just ran out of a little gas right about there and got knocked out at the 3.
And into the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. Mustangs looking for their first score, and they got it. You bet. Drew Jotun. First touchdown of the game for Little Chute.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a pretty good third quarter. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln. But I mean, they've actually their offense. This has been a good third quarter for Little Chute's offense. So at least they've got something to build on there.
Got to find some positives here. And
Absolutely.
That was a nice job that time.
Certainly was. Nice drive. Really nice drive. Loved how he bounced off the defender, spun around, took it to the other side, and switched hands with the ball. But really fundamentally sound. Like I said, really kept it high and tight. And the extra point is good. So 42-7. As we mentioned, the Spartans of Luxemburg-Casco had 2 shutouts in 4 games, so Little Chute took that away from them.
Yep.
Well, the clock will remain running.
Yep. Hey, John, looking for a little
Ted.
part-time job? How about Lamers Bus Lines? They need you to bring our students to school this year. Earn high hourly wages and up to $1,800 in bonuses. Visit golamers.com/careers to apply.
You know, that's one thing with those Lamer bus drivers. We're going to Chicago and those places.
Yeah.
Man, I give them all the credit in the world. Driving in that traffic in downtown in those places and those tight parking places. I just kind of sat back and I was amazed.
When you were doing those bus trips too, no GPS, no maps.
No, they
Google
had to know
Maps
where they were going. Why are you making everything sound like it was so long ago that I did it? It wasn't that long ago that we used film.
Director Kyle was thinking more of you guys are all running underneath like the Fred Flintstone vehicles.
It wasn't that long ago that we used videotape.
Videotape.
What do they use now? Cards, right? What would that be called?
It's not even cards
not
anymore.
Even cards
anymore. It's the cloud.
The cloud.
So,
I don't get the cloud. I don't know the cloud.
You upload it.
Okay.
You upload it to the cloud.
Here we go. Short kick. Taken right there by Christopher Vanderlyn.
Everything's digital now, John, including Sports Showdown. Did you know we've got a dedicated webpage for Sports Showdown?
Yes.
You can find it at NBC26.com/Sports Showdown. If you go to that page, you can check out all the Showdown games that we've done this year in their entirety.
Okay, I might do that.
Scores and highlights.
I may do that.
Check them out.
All right. Thank you.
And
is that the end of the third quarter?
End of the third quarter. 42-7. Luxemburg-Casco leading Little Chute. We'll be back after this. So we begin the fourth quarter, and Luxemburg-Casco up by 35 points.
New quarterback in the ball game for Luxemburg-Casco. Take a guess who it is, Teddy.
Mr. Ronsman?
Yeah. He does a little bit of everything here, doesn't he?
A sophomore?
One of our gentlemen, one of your good friends, stopped by at halftime. Former quarterback's dad said that this young man will probably be their quarterback of the future.
Mr. Asen?
Said his son's playing at Hillsdale. Got into a play against Michigan Tech last week.
Nice. Yeah, he's all decked out in his Hillsdale gear. Pass and into Little Chute territory at about the 48-yard line. Nice reception. Takes it upfield. That's Evan Dahlke.
Evan Dahlke, a 6'1", 170-pound senior. And, of course, the most famous player from Hillsdale, who happens to live here in Luxembourg, is
that guy that went to Hillsdale.
Yes, I'll give you a hint. You have something in common with him.
Size 15 shoes.
No.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Low snap. Ronsman handles it. And looking for Dahlke again.
Chester Markle.
Oh, okay.
Chester Markle.
Yeah. I wouldn't think Chester would have size 15.
He's a bigger guy than you would think, though.
Well, he is a bit, yeah.
When he played, you always thought he was just that little kicker size, but he's probably about 6 foot, close to 6'1", and about 225.
Yeah. I think I met him on one of your radio shows.
Well, no, we met him here on the sidelines 2 years ago, too. Remember, that was the first game we were doing a couple of years ago. Oh, Chester's great.
Handoff to Dorner.
Big hit that time by Hunter Thiel, number 84. Who I don't believe has any receptions on the night. Came into this ball game with 8. Nice target at 6'4", 185. So, Teddy, are you getting up really, really early tomorrow? Is this normally a really big night and day for you tomorrow?
Night and day.
Is it the start of the bow season?
Oh, is it? That's
Here's
a
Ronsman.
good question.
Look at this.
Hansman.
Wow. Is he quick running that option, huh?
Another first down for Luxemburg-Casco.
Is he quick?
Yeah, to answer your question, I am not.
Oh.
I am not tomorrow. No.
But you used to all the time, didn't you?
Yeah.
I remember there were times you'd be at the game and you would have your car or your truck or whatever loaded with all your gear to go out really early the next morning.
Well, to go to South Dakota, we would work all day.
Yes, and then
do the game,
and then you would drive overnight.
At 10 o'clock,
you'd
start
head
driving
for South Dakota. I remember
to the Black
that.
Hills.
Yep.
I'll still be doing that this year. Ronsman.
Low snap. He's
brought down.
Nice play out there by number 41.
Cal Moronic
for a little shoot. I remember those days. I thought, man, Teddy's got some desire to kill a deer. That was incredible. Huge loss on the play of about 15. Second and about 25 now.
Moronic doing a good job staying with it.
Yeah.
Bringing him down.
You know, they've got some nice players. They've got some tough, talented football players. They've got some nice size, but just started out on a bad note tonight. Started out actually, Ted, with like what we said before, gave up that early touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff had the penalty, so they couldn't get anything going there, so they punted from their own end zone. Luxemburg-Casco had great field position once again, took it out and scored. So when you start off a ball game like that, it just has a whole different tenor to it.
Just snowballed.
Just snowballs.
And this game is just ticking away with the running clock. Under 8 minutes to play in the game.
Running the option.
Ronsman again.
Oh. Think we might see a little more option in their offense next year. What do you think? The way he runs that.
You might.
Holy cow, does he do a nice job getting that first step.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point.
Nice play.
Freeze is a senior.
Boom. Yep.
Ronsman is most likely your quarterback. Well, who knows?
Who knows, yeah, but I mean, that's just, you think if he's playing now, they'd be grooming him in that way, but you never know. Some of these schools will get some freshman that all of a sudden comes out and throws 80 miles an hour like some of these quarterbacks we've seen this year.
Yeah, Neil Searing trying to keep it rolling in his second season as the head coach. What a job he's done. 5th straight game this year that they have reached 40 points or more. Over the top, Ronsman
Just
looking for his
overshoots his man.
Yeah, was looking for Dahlke again.
Yeah, he actually had a chance for it out there. But actually good coverage on the part of Little Chute as well. Would have had to drop it right in his hands.
Yep, let's take a timeout. Turnover on downs. We'll be back after this timeout.
New quarterback in the ball game for Little Chute, number 19, Charlie Vandenberg. Another sophomore out there. Let's watch him throw in pregame, Ted. He's got a nice arm, a really live arm.
Let's see what he can do here on 2nd and 8. 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Is that Trevor Glottemans?
Yeah, nice hold, nice run.
His first carry of the night.
He's been playing tonight, though. Trevor Glotterman, 6 foot, 180-pound senior running back. Everybody's still hitting out there. I mean, you got some clean uniforms in the ball game. I'll tell you what, they want to make most of their opportunity. Coming up that time, make the tackle. Christopher Vanderlyn, Christopher Vanderlyn. Another sophomore, 6-foot sophomore.
Glottemans again. Gets across the 50.
Nice run. Gain of about 5. Eluded a tackle. Put his shoulder down.
Neil Searing taking over last year as the head coach and Just letting us know, just talking about the team and kind of their philosophy, brotherhood of belief. You know, it's who they are, that's who they, you know, they believe in as a team.
Right.
It's kind of that band of brothers mentality.
Well, he certainly came into a program with heritage. I mean, they've had some phenomenal athletes here over the years. Jacob Klinka with the carry that time for a little shoot. Nice gain.
23 playoff appearances over the years. No state titles. Trying to build a little consistency getting back into those playoffs. But again, the last couple of years, some really nice wins. We talk about, you know, the wins this year over Wrightstown. Avenging that loss last year, but you know, getting the win this year, being 5-0. They look down the field and pushed out of bounds. Was it enough for the first down, John?
I don't think so. I think a little short. But we'll see. Showed some nice wheels. Keeping it himself, taking it on the right side.
But the Spartans with
Cutting
wins
upfield.
over Xavier, Seymour, Winnicott, Wrightstown. Got Marinette coming up. Kingsford in a couple of weeks up in Michigan.
And he did get the first down. I'll tell you what, I haven't followed Kingsford in a lot of years, but they used to have some tremendous football teams. I mean, winning state championships in Michigan. They used to go over to Minnesota, and they'd play some of the big Minneapolis St. Paul schools, like Cretin and those schools over there. I mean, they just played big-time competition.
Now they'll look at week 8, and it's going to be Luxemburg-Casco and Freedom in week 8. That'll be a big one.
That'll be a big
Both
one.
teams came into tonight undefeated.
Yeah.
Denmark, they'll finish up with Denmark at the end of the season. Denmark's been very good this year. Little Chute's got Wrightstown next week, followed by Fox Valley Lutheran, Marinette, and then finish up with Menominee, Michigan.
And Menominee also used to just be a power-up in the UP and in the state of Michigan, running that single wing, much like Pulaski. If you want to know about UP football, you've come to the right place, my friend. Just saying. Not sure what's going on there. There's some stoppage of play for some
Fixing
reason.
something in the chains.
On the sidelines,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe something with the chains. So while they're doing that, we can let you know that Cobeson Buses is now hiring. Top pay for part-time work with flexible hours. Cobeson Buses, family pride in every ride. So back to action here with about 3 minutes remaining in the ball
Fumble
game.
on the snap.
Luxembourg thinks they have it, and
I
they
think
do.
they do, yep. Well, that was a nice drive they had going with the backup players. Those things obviously happen. You know, big difference between practicing against your team in the week and then all of a sudden you're going out against a big rival on a Friday night under the lights in front of a big crowd. Things like that do happen. I think just a bad exchange between the quarterback and center that time, and you see it laying there. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the ball game.
Well, we're heading to De Pere next week, John.
Yeah, a showdown between the east side and the west side.
It's been a while since those two teams have matched up. Former Bay Conference rivals.
Absolutely. Man, I'll tell you what. Some of those West De Pere teams we saw over the years, Teddy. Whew. They were something special, weren't they?
Well, West De Pere was asking for years to jump into the FRCC.
Absolutely.
They got their wish.
Yeah. Yeah, a little slow start for them this year.
Yeah.
Actually, for De Pere as well. They had such a great spring. I think they were hoping for a quicker start. But you know what? That's just a rivalry game next week. So forget the records. Forget everything. That is a
that's
pure
gonna be fun.
rivalry game.
That
Those
is-
two sides of the bridge don't have a lot of fondness for one another when they play
No.
sports.
It'll be at 7 o'clock on
In
Friday.
De Pere. Actually, I almost wish that game was at West De Pere at their brand new stadium. They got a beautiful facility over there. Have you been there, Ted?
I have not been inside. It's massive.
It's oh man, yeah,
The new middle school over at
Right.
West De Pere.
yep. A lot of big things happening on the west side of De Pere.
Hey, by the way, I want to thank Simon's Cheese once again, our instant replay sponsor. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese, Little Chute.
So one of the last plays of the ball game coming up here for the Spartans from Luxembourg as they celebrate Veterans Night here, or their veteran dedication night, I should say.
And fireworks coming up.
Fireworks and post game.
Jacob DeGrave.
Nice carry, nice stick. I'll tell you what, number 31 for Little Chute. He came to play. Trevor Glodemans, he has come to play. 6 foot, 180-pound senior. He's making the most. Watch this hit. Boom. I like his style. 12 seconds left.
Luxemburg-Casco is going to improve to 5-0 on the season. Another 40-point effort from that offense. 5th time this season.
40 plus every ball game.
Good effort by Little Chute.
In the second half, you're right. They came out that second half. They got tape to watch, or the cloud to watch, whatever it is that they can be proud of.
Yep.
They really played hard in that second half. I think that says a lot for a coaching staff. That says a lot for the leadership of a football team.
Well, stick around. We've got some highlights from the second half coming up, and get you ready for next week after this timeout. Well, big win for Luxemburg-Casco, who moves to 5-0 on the season. 42-7 over Little Chute tonight. Impressive performance by Luxemburg-Casco, and of course, they get the spoils.
Yes, they do. They get the LC trophy. They now lead 4 years to 3 over Little Chute.
The LC trophy. So
I think that's cool.
Yeah,
I really do.
Nice little way, a little extra something to play for. The pride and bragging rights.
Well, they certainly played well early, didn't they, Ted? Talked about Isaac Vandenberg coming into the ball game, leading touchdown scorer in the state of Wisconsin with 15. And this young man right here, number 7, had a ball game you'll never forget. Ryan Ruthio with an amazing interception right there. How about then a catch right here? Eludes 6 different white shirts. 6 different guys he eludes before being brought down. Then one of the most amazing plays we've ever seen in the scrum. Ruthio takes it away from the running back and goes about 95 yards. We don't know because of how big that scrum was, exactly where he was, but somewhere in the area of 95 yards for a touchdown. And again, this is a good football team. They've got a tough quarterback. Taking it in right there. Telling you, man, who's ever on the schedule down the road, you get your hands full.
Yeah, you sure do. And we've got a good one on the schedule next week for Showdown. Look at this one, John.
Yep.
West De Pere heading across the river, heading east to De Pere.
Exactly. Like we said before, you know, it's the oldest cliche in the books about throw out the records when these two play. But the bottom line is, when it's East De Pere and West De Pere, you literally do throw all that out. This is, you know, co-workers against co-workers and things like that. A tradition that goes back so far, it's incredible between those two teams. Forget the records. That's going to be a tough, hard-hitting, fun football game.
Yeah, that one's been building up because they haven't played
years.
it for so long.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it'll be fun. And they bring the trophy over to the fans
there you
to
go.
help celebrate. And just a terrific night here.
On a beautiful night, and once again, just my heart goes out to the young men who were honored and the Gold Star families, young Mr. Theory. You know, again, I'm good friends with all the family members, so it's one of those things that was almost hard to see that and see that happening, and Opichka and the whole bunch, and Zimmerman, but it's one of those things, Ted, where I just think it's so awesome for young people at a football game like this to see those types of young men be honored the way they are. I think that means so much more than what they did on a football field and the basketball court and things like that. That's something they did as young, courageous men serving their country. And besides then we have the World War II gentlemen, which was so great to see, and Dick Dieterville, 96 years old, U.S. Navy, World War II veteran. Congratulations, Luxemburg-Casco, for honoring these fine people of your community.
Yeah, just well said. Just terrific.
Yep.
Can't say anything more about that. That was quite the way to honor
all
those folks and families for sure.
Yep.
And then for Luxemburg-Casco to come out and do what they did on the football field.
Right.
Big night.
Yep, big night right here in Luxembourg.
42-7.
Probably a big
score.
night in Casco, too. I don't
Casco.
know. You know.
You put them together there, Luxemburg-Casco.
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you something super quick.
Yeah.
I was really honored years ago. It's probably been 15 years. They built a beautiful Veterans Memorial in Casco.
Oh.
Really, really nice. Put great effort to it. It's right along the highway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. All right, that's going to wrap up our coverage tonight. Big win for Luxemburg-Casco, 42-7 over Little Chute. We'll see you again next week. It'll be West De Pere and De Pere, but that does it for us. For John Mino, I'm Ted Stefaniak. So long, everyone, from Luxemburg-Casco.